at any time. Hello. Yeah, anyway. We're just talking about how I was freaking out because my poor dog has a little something going on with her eye. I think she's got like some sort of infection, so I was freaking out a little bit about it. And my husband's not here. He's on like he's been planning this like backpacking, hiking trip for like months. Like he was supposed to go, I think it was last month or the month before, but he gave me like the wrong dates. And so it didn't work out. I was like, I'm sorry, you gave me the wrong dates. Like, we have to like figure out Robin's situation, you know? So he missed out on it the last time, and he's been planning it since then to do it again. And so he's doing it this weekend.
That's cool. My husband does beer camping, which is like, you know, you just get like shit-faced and camp. Right. But then he also does like primitive camping, where like they want to go fishing and like they don't like they like shit in the woods and stuff and like kayak miles and miles out and stuff. And I'm like,
yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like more primitive. It's like he's got his backpack. Like he bought so much stuff, like things that are like light for his. I don't even know how heavy that thing was.
You know like, what? They just want to be like little boys in the woods. Like that's what it is.
It really is. Like,
but you know, whatever. I don't.
Just sort of like, oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay.
All these like gadgets and stuff.
Exactly. Yep. I think it's like a 5-mile hike or something like that. And then they're going to like, then they camp and then backpack or whatever. But anyway, I've been super excited about it. I had to buy all the little things. He's like, get me some little like travel size stuff, like soap and all this. Okay. But he's out doing his like, I guess, primitive man thing. So, I mean, it's nice. Robin and I have the house to ourselves with the dogs, and it's pretty nice. I don't have any plans all weekend. It's going to be great.
Oh, that's nice.
I've pretty much just been working, so it's nice to have a little break and then just chill. How's everyone else doing? Welcome to the live show for The Change. We're going to be talking about The Change. Kirsten Miller, which was our July pick for Stacks of Strange. This is one that I brought up into the group because it was a book of the month book, and we typically end up reading like magical realism stories and stuff. They tend to be like the most weird. They sound the most interesting. So I saw this one and I was like, well, why not? Just like book of the month books typically are pretty good. So I figured this would be one that's like easily accessible to people, especially if they have book of the month. And usually book of the month books come out on audiobook. Like they get kind of a lot more buzz, I feel like, and they end up being more like accessible to people. Like even if
it's going to be like the next hot book, or like there's a chance it's going to be more popular.
Exactly. Like there's a higher chance it's going to be available everywhere. It's a higher chance it's going to be available like on Scribd, like it was. Yeah. And it had an amazing narrator. Like January Lavoie is like probably my favorite narrator ever. Like I just love her narration. So yeah. So it's easy to access for people. And so hopefully quite a bit of people actually read it this time.
It seemed like it. It's just, I'm surprised. Like when you hold it up and seeing how big it is, that's like surprising. Because I only listened to it, and it does not feel like that big a book.
I know. I actually started reading it physically on the last live we were doing for the reading sprints, and you guys on here told me that January Lavoie did the narration for the audiobook. So then I switched to audiobook after that. Yeah. And I just like straight listened to the rest of it because I couldn't stop. Like I was really enjoying reading it physically, but like I had to listen to it if she was going to narrate it.
Yeah, I was kind of hesitant about the book in general because I have this thing with like good for her anti-men type books. Like I like them, but I don't want it. Sometimes when it's like too much, I feel like it gets cheesy. I don't even know if that's the right word, but I was kind of like, if this is gonna be like really, really I just was really worried like what kind of level we were gonna get. I just sometimes feel like it's because there's like so much real world crap that women deal with that I'm just like I can't enjoy things because I just watch the news for an hour and I'm but this actually the characters were balanced well, like the story was balanced well, like it was, and like you said, the narrator, since I listened to it, I think I enjoyed it a lot more listening to it than I would have reading it physically. It was just like so entertaining and just like I looked forward to having the time to like listen to it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt too. It was like obviously the whole reason why I love Generally Wood, she's so great at making like distinguishing characters with her voice. It's just so crazy. And it almost reads like you have multiple narrators. Like it just
and they're all kind of like they're all middle-aged women. They're all from like the same area, so you're not going to get like different accents normal. You know what I mean? Like there's not going to be too much to distinguish them, but she did a great job.
Yeah, for sure. I think I understand what like your hesitancy a little bit about like because it did seem like there were a lot of reviews where people were saying like it was just it bashed men too much, and like I didn't really get that reading it, to be honest. Like
I didn't either, but that's what I was worried about.
Yeah, and it had like receipts to back it up too. Like it would literally touch on those topics, and then you would have examples of men like that, but there were also like good male characters too. So I didn't really see where a lot of people were.
But and also I won't like spoil anything yet, but like what we're talking about in this book is not just like some asshole catcalling somebody on the street, like this is like some intense things are happening. So it's more, I think that's where the balance comes from for me, is because we're not just talking about some guy who makes sexist jokes. Like we're talking about like, serious crimes against people. And that's what I know you're questioning anti-men. I just mean like I am one of those people that I don't think all men are bad. I have amazing men in my life, but I also have experienced horrendous things from men like upon me and to me. So sometimes I just don't have the wherewithal or like the emotional ability to like put up with reading about it, I guess.
Right. I totally know what you mean. Exactly. So you still have 2.5 hours left of the audiobook. Well, just keep listening to it because it is really good. I think it does a really good job of like the ending and everything is really great. So who all read it in the chat? Let us know if you read it, what you like, is it yay or nay? Give us a star rating if you give star rating. And then that way Carol and I can start getting into like the spoiler stuff and everything. Because it would be nice to have. I think in general, at least we could say like this definitely touches on a lot of topics. Like it's not just sexism, but like racism and classism. There's like a lot in this, and which makes sense as to why it's like so big. It's bigger than you think it is because it takes on a lot of different topics. But I think it's done really, really well. There's just like so many different aspects to it, as far as like there's like the police, there's podcasts, there's like all these different things that are weaved into this story that really make it, I don't know, at least for me. I have some favorite characters. Like Harriet is literally the best character like ever. Like she's like my favorite character I've ever read ever. She's like funny and bold and just like
she like was like just giving a middle finger to the world, just like I don't care what anyone thinks. I don't care. Like she was just being her and doing her own thing, and Yeah, I liked
She was
her.
a whole vibe. She was
Yeah.
just a whole vibe. I just loved it so much. Like anytime Harriet was in a scene, like it was just that much better. Like just her like snarky comments, just anything she did. Like I just loved it. I thought she was.
Oh no.
What is happening?
I don't know.
I just like freaked out.
The stuff about like working in corporate America and like busting your ass and then having a man take all the credit for it. I can't even tell you like how that was like bringing on like flashbacks for me from working. Oh, this is too much. But each woman had a different example of like sexism or whatever it was, like whatever the topic is, they each had their own example and like different like parts of their life or like different experiences, but they all equate to like the same issue.
Right.
So that was cool too. I like that.
I like that too, and I like that their stories were still so vastly different that it like they were similar. They were so similar because it was all. I don't know why my computer's like freaking out. I don't know if it's. It must be mine because my layout keeps changing on the.
Is there something on your mouse or something?
I don't think so. I just wiped my computer down, but I swear I didn't spray it. I just like wiped it down.
Hi, Robin.
Look, there's a ducky.
There's a ducky, yeah. She's got wild hair because she's still got sleepy head right now. Because for us, it's 9:21. Like we woke up an hour ago.
I've been up since 6:30 and I still have sleepy wild hair. It's fine.
Yeah. Daddy's not home, so we are not waking up early. Absolutely not. We just slept. But I like how their stories are still like different enough where it doesn't feel repetitive or feel like reading the same story, even though it's like similar in the aspect of they were both women who are like, I'm speaking specifically of like Harriet and Joe's story, how they were both these women in these like huge companies and they had worked their way up and everything. And they ended up getting screwed in the end over, just men, men being men. And and so it didn't feel like their stories were too similar, which was great.
Yeah.
Oh, look what Kim did for you, Robin. Dinosaurs. What else? What else can we touch on that's not spoilery? I do.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say this book kind of reminded me of A Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, because I don't know if you've read that.
Yes,
it's
I
just
have.
like a group of women from like different walks of life, but they come together for like the common good.
For a cause,
crime. Just one has vampires and one doesn't.
And one they have superpowers. Yeah. I thought that's a pretty cool aspect. And the way that they did it too, it didn't come off like cheesy or because that can get kind of funky and like especially when you read like when I thought of like Joe having like the pyrokinesis, I was thinking like it might be a little like goofy with it, like I think you said like pyrokinesis is not really your favorite.
Right. Like I was like fire starter, like stuff like that. Oh no.
But I think they did it really well. It's like more so like
look, another ducky.
Yeah, that's another ducky. It's like heat from her hands, and it's not like she's like shooting fireballs or something. You know what I mean? Like you envision it in your mind, and you're like, it might get a little corny and stuff. One. And two. Two duckies. Two duckies.
You count the dinosaurs?
Count the dinosaurs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's 4. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, dinosaurs.
All the dinosaurs. She's really into counting like everything. This morning she was like, count your eyes. And somehow she counted 3 eyes. I don't know.
Maybe
So
she's
that-
got like the, another sense or something.
Yeah, she counted, I guess she counted my 3rd eye or something. But she counted 3 eyes. And then she counted 5 teeth. So I was like, well, I hope I have more than 5 teeth, but thank you. It was so cute.
No.
Yeah.
No.
One nose. Man, this is it's hard when you're distracted.
Well, I don't know. I kind of want to get into spoilers because I don't know if I have much more to say that's not.
Yeah, and I think we could go ahead and get into it anyway. I don't see why not.
Okay, so warning.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably guess which way the book is going to go anyways, but just in case. I don't know if you're familiar with the Long Island serial killer case or cases, but in Long Island and around Long Island, a bunch of like prostitutes, sex workers, or like drug addicts, whoever, like women were being like found, like chopped up and all kinds of stuff, but more and more like research into it or like people trying to solve the case, it looks like there is some like law enforcement involvement, chief of police type of involvement, rich people doing weird things, and so that this book really reminded me of that with the way it went with the crime and the story and like what the 3 women start trying to solve.
That definitely sounds like it could possibly be like some sort of inspiration for the story of the whole. Like, I mean, there have been many different cases where
Right.
Your turn to do what?
My turn. My turn.
But yeah, I just thought like maybe the author like knew about that, but it's not like too far fetched to be like, oh, here all these women are dying, and here's this massive cover up with
Right.
powerful people, and and just preying on easy victims or easy targets.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember.
I wasn't expecting it to go as deep as it did. Like I kind of thought that they were just going to find the man responsible and like wreak havoc on him. But like, I had no idea it was going to be this whole just like chain of events and like just a group of people who were all involved and multiple murders. Like I thought it was just going to be like, from the synopsis, you definitely don't get that it's going to be like a serial killer and like this massive cover up and everything.
Right. Yeah. And I liked it though. I just like because it kept just like unfolding, and yeah, I really enjoyed the pacing of the way it unfolded and how she started revealing things, and the one character's name I don't remember. She was like the girlfriend of one of the powerful men, and she like ends up helping them.
Oh, Claude.
Is that what it is? I thought it started with a C or something.
Claude, I think.
Yeah, so it's weird because like at first she's like, I was suspicious of her because like I want to be like, how do you not know? But also like it's very easy to not know what's going on. But and then she was kind of like so trusting of these women telling her, like she's like, oh yeah, okay, I believe you. Like wouldn't you, if someone was saying that about your husband, would you be like, wait a minute, like what? But she was just like, okay, let's handle it. Like, so she must have known. Like that's what I was thinking, that she knew the whole time or suspected.
Yeah, and see, like I didn't think that at all, to be honest. That was like the biggest like whoa, like maybe I just like completely like when they gave us like Claude's original like story, like with her and her father, like it just seemed like very like sweet, and then like it seemed like she was just like these other women, like she was just like coming back from being like wronged in the past, and like she seemed like she was like a good guy. And then it just like really
yeah,
did
it
not.
was like she was just like so. I mean, like, yeah, obviously these things happen, but she was just like, oh yeah, totally. I totally believe you guys. This is like, I would be like, it would take me a second to be like, I don't know. It's not like they were like, hey, you know, your boyfriend's
She
dealing
was
drugs.
literally-
Like, this is.
She was like the first person other than Franklin that was actually like on board with. I mean, even Franklin wasn't completely like he wasn't completely on board with what
Right,
Nessa
like
was
he
saying.
needed like more proof and stuff. But also he, from a law enforcement perspective, he probably knew like if we jump the gun too fast, like we're gonna screw it up.
You're gonna ruin
But
it. Yeah,
she was just like, yeah, okay. I just felt like it was just so fast.
that definitely does seem pretty fishy. Now, thinking back on it, definitely does.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like with her being around those people, maybe she just knew something was off and just didn't know what.
Yeah. She's got my book light. She's just gonna go shine it on things. And you know what I really do like too is that the magical aspects weren't like a huge part of it. I like that it was more of a mystery thriller that and like their powers didn't always come into play. Like it didn't always have to come down to that. Like they were just also like very witty and like were able to like discover these things without actually using their powers.
Right.
Like a lot of it really was just them working together and like putting their heads together and trying to figure out like how to solve the murders.
Yeah, they were just like intelligent and like savvy to begin with.
Exactly.
Which makes sense because a lot of them were like business women or business owners or, you know, so it just, yeah, I liked that. Because I was worried about the powers. I was like, this is going to be cheesy, but it wasn't. It was really
yeah,
good.
I
Really
love how
well
that was like overdone. And I love especially like Nessa's. I love the fact that her powers were like passed down through generations, and it's like
Yeah.
one female in that generation will end up with, you know, that like gift. And it was really cool too how they know like, oh, it happens like on their first period, then they'll see their first ghost, and then it kind of lays dormant until later on in their life, and then that's when it springs up again. I thought that was really, really cool and interesting, especially how they like kind of weave in like the menstrual cycles with it, like how that works. Like I thought that was really, really interesting.
Yeah, I think like a lot of it comes down to like the not the power. I don't know, like I don't even know what kind of word to use for it, but like having a menstruation cycle sucks, yes. But like if you think about like why we have it and the ability and like what it's for, and like it's like a powerful thing. I don't know, powerful, whatever. But also it's all about like the book about being in tune like with your intuition and trusting other women. Like I think that's part of the Claude thing too, I guess, is like the author showing that a woman trusts these other women. And even like Nessa, like, oh yeah, I know that there's this dead body there, and the other women are like, okay. Like it's very much like a acceptance sort of thing of each other.
And I think it really helps that they also like experience these, you know, very like supernatural type of things. So they're like, well, of course you see ghosts, because I literally like my hands can catch fire to things. My hands will literally blister someone's body, or you know, like Harriet's was really cool. I really liked the fact that like, of course, like I just like find those types of things interesting, like medicinal herbs, things like that, like how she could use it for good and bad too. Like I thought that was just a really fun aspect, because she would literally like that one guy, the HOA owner, the head of the HOA guy in the very beginning, like she like covered his yard in weeds or something that you could have heard of, like stuff like that. Or the fact
and the bees, like when she gets that stuff on the island, so it attracts the bees.
It's just so great. And it's like this subtle thing, but it's
Yeah.
like so powerful and so neat too. And then she's also able, like, she was able to I forgot the name of one of the victims' mothers. It was Mandy's mother, the one who Joe had met at the police station when she was drunk, and Harriet had given her like that tea or whatever, and it had like sobered her up.
Yeah, like and I also really liked like another thing of her being like forget you all is like how her wasn't like the inside of her house just like plants like
yes,
moss
she was just literally walking around naked all the time. Like I was just so in love with her. Like she was just my absolute favorite. Like she was, like I said, she's such a vibe. Like I just loved her character.
Hilarious. She's just gonna like get high, be naked, and like live amongst the plants.
It's literally my dream. Like, wow, if I could just have this life, that'd be great. She really was my favorite. Kim, we didn't say star ratings because honestly, like Carol doesn't do star ratings anymore, and I'm kind of on the outs of star ratings too. So we're kind of yay or nay in it. And so obviously we really enjoyed it.
I'm glad I brought you to the dark side.
If I had to give it a star rating, I would straight up give it a 5. Like I really, really enjoyed the story. There's a lot of really great quotes and stuff in here. I have a few from the beginning that I saved. But once I started listening to the audiobook, to be honest, like I didn't go back and like there was some really good stuff that I believe it was like Nessa's grandmother had said to Nessa that was just really powerful, and I didn't get to like save it. That's the only bummer.
Yeah, that's what sucks about audiobooks is like I don't have a way to, because I really like highlighting and saving things. There was some in here, but
I wasn't able to do that. But maybe I could find like a few online right now that I could like that I remember that I could at least bring up, because there were some really, really great and powerful ones in there. I do think the whole like having Claude be a part of it, I think that was a really great move, because that is something that you hear about where like when it comes to like sex trafficking and stuff, like they do often use like there are women who are there to make the girls feel comfortable and like kind of
especially little girls.
So yeah, so like that being a part of it, like it really does give it a realistic approach, and I think that just like really made this
right, because she might not be. It's really like a gray area, because
right.
Did she know something? Did she not? Did she just suspect? And like, what is her responsibility to like look into it more? I don't know. That's the thing. It's like it would have been cool to get like more of her, like her perspective, maybe like throughout the book or something, like more. Just because I don't know. If I thought that my significant other was doing that, I think I would try to like.
She thought like these men were just having sex with these girls. Like she didn't know that they were murdering them. So
right.
I think that was as far as her involvement went.
Yeah, probably. They were,
but it's still like,
weren't they pretty young? Like, isn't she the one who like caught one of these really young girls in her pool or something?
Yeah, it was her husband. Well, they weren't married then. I don't even know if they were married.
I don't think they ever were actually married.
Yeah,
but long enough together that
they went. I think they had he had like a vacation spot in New York, and that's like she showed up earlier than him or something.
Yeah, but I thought she said something like she was.
I'm like immediately no. Immediately no.
Like what I get, like I am that person. Once you're 18, whatever. But like if you see how young that girl is, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like warped from like too much true crime and stuff. Where I'm like, if you're in your 40s or 50s sleeping with an 18-year-old behind my back, I don't know. I just feel like maybe I don't know. But also like denial and fear, like.
She was 16 because I remember he says like, oh, well, the age of consent is 16 in some states. And she's like, well, not here. And it's just like, no. And I would have liked to know like what got her to that point to like accept that or whatever. But at the same time, maybe like she was already had this like clouded judgment or something. Like, I guess like there wasn't enough of Claude really to like show us like that side of her.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good like point of view to have, especially because isn't she the one in the end who really, I mean, she murders him.
Yeah,
like but then again, like
he killed the men, right? So like the men had killed the girls, and then she was the one that was killing the men after the fact because she found out that they were killing the girls.
Yeah, I think once like Nessa and Joe and Harriet bring her in on all of this, she kind of takes it into her own hands.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Doesn't she bludgeon her boyfriend to death?
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
and great job of the author of making us see Leonard in like a good light, because I literally thought I was like, oh, he's so great. He's so great.
I'm like, oh, this dumb dude doesn't have any. No, should have known.
I swear.
Yeah, damn, this was a good book.
It really was. It plays with your emotions. It plays with your mind. I thought it was done really well, because I really didn't see a lot of it coming. Well, it was pretty obvious. Like, I think if it would have just left it at, oh, Ramona's husband was doing all this, you know what I mean? Like, it was these rich guys and the police were involved, I would have been like, okay, whatever, pretty average. But the fact that there were these other characters that were also involved in it as well, like with Leonard and Claude being involved, that really made it for me. That made it so much better, because while I would have expected like it from these other characters, I never would have expected it from those two. And so that like really did it. It was definitely a pretty good twist. I wonder if I could find some good quotes.
I've got one that says,
okay,
anger's like rocket fuel. Either it pushes you forward or it burns you alive.
Oh, I love that. So yeah, I want to read it physically because I want to be able to like save some of those. Like have them. I guess I could maybe write them all down on a piece of paper and then like just slip it into the book, so that way,
if
I ever go to like reread it and stuff, I'll have those.
Yeah. Or anyone who needs a reward to be good isn't good. They just like rewards. Good people do the right thing because it's the right thing to do.
I love that. Where are you finding these? Because I'm having
good.
I'm not very good at like typing on my phone. My fingers do not do things right. I have big thumbs, so I have like mess up all the time. I do have some from the beginning, I did say. So I think I may have read one or two during the live though. The last time.
Yeah, this quote, I don't remember the context, but I do kind of remember it talking about that companies sell sanitary pads because adults believe tampons steal a girl's virginity, and doctors don't bother to solve common problems like birth control that can kill you, and boys who were told that they couldn't control themselves. A society that couldn't handle the fact that roughly half of all humans will menstruate. There's a lot of talk about women's bodies and like just that's a whole other conversation, but like just how people think it's just women are just so gross. Like,
right?
Because of the cycle and everything. Like
when she's like when Harriet's talking to that guy, the guy that shows up at her house, and he's like there basically offer her to sell the house to her husband or whatever. And she's like talking about how she drinks this tea because it helps with menopause, and it's just like he clams up because he doesn't even like know what to say, or like anytime anything is mentioned like about the female body, like these men just kind of like clam up and like not
like panic.
Yeah, they're just like
Yeah.
ugh. I did say what it said. No matter what Joe accomplished, her body and those of the women around her made her question what was truly valued. I think that one. Oh yeah, I shared this one on the last live. It was hard for some men to understand there were places in the world where they weren't wanted.
Yeah.
It's just so it's written very well. I really enjoyed it. I wonder, is this?
No. I know what
yeah.
you're gonna ask. It's not a debut. Is that what you're gonna ask?
Yeah. But typically,
there's another that they wrote that
writes YA.
Yeah, I feel like Don't Tell a Soul is a cover that I recognize. She wrote Don't Tell a Soul, and it's a cover that I recognize people talking about, but that's
is it adult?
No, I think it's young adult.
Yes, it says she's a groundbreaking feminist author in YA literature. Wow, she has like experience in the advertising industry, so that would make sense as like what, like I'm sure that's where that like aspiration came for Harriet.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick up this other book by her actually. Now that I'm reading it's like a gothic ghost story, young adult though.
What, baby?
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
Norwal?
No orange.
What?
No orange.
Oh, you want another orange? Is that what you want? Another orange? Yes? Literally ate like so many mandarin oranges just now. Have you had anything else? She's telling me to go. I'm going to go get her some oranges. I'll be right back.
All right, I guess I'll tell you all about Don't Tell a Soul. It says a story about a new girl in an old town filled with dark secrets that just might kill her. So I'm going to pick that up probably. She goes to stay with her uncle who's renovating a mansion, but her aunt just died in a fire that was set by her daughter. So the main character's cousin. So he's restoring this manor, and I think there are ghosts of dead girls. I think they died in the house that her husband is fixing up. I'm going to pick that up. Not next, but I'm going to pick it up. Reading reviews. It only has a 3.8, which isn't bad. Yeah, Kim. I can't click on comments, but it's that's all. I recognize that cover, and then I'm looking through who's read it, who I follow who's read it, and that's probably why, because I've got a few people on here. It looks really good.
Oh, I'm going to look it up.
Now I wonder if there's an audiobook and who narrates it. Probably not January. Does she do? Oh, I guess she does.
No,
Diviners, right?
that Joe would have punched more people in this book. When she did that at the beginning, that was just like when she attacked that whatever's bodyguard dude or whatever. That was just so great.
Oh, it's narrated by Emma Galvin. I don't know who that is.
Ooh, the cover is cool.
Yes, it says, "Stay up all night with this modern day Rebecca."
Okay.
Oh yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's only $10. I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna buy it.
The narrator for the audiobook did Hide by Kirsten White.
Chilling twist with a great ending. Okay. I mean, it sounds really good. It's a wintry.
Yeah, I think I'm sold.
Yeah, I think so too. For sure. If it's
I didn't realize I never knew the story, but that's sounds good.
It looks like a lot of fun. I really do like the cover. The cover is super neat. Emma Galvin. I feel like I've heard that narrator.
Yeah, she did 56 Days, I think.
Oh yeah, that's the one. That was a book of the month pick a while back. That was the quarantine one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is YA, but I usually don't reach for YA very often anymore, but if it's like an author that I've read from before, like in this instance, I'll try YA.
I'll probably just read it physically. Unless I can find it, I'll not read it somewhere.
Yeah, I like it. I was pleasantly surprised. This is a good pick.
Yeah, I think it was like,
and I saw like people on the Discord and on Instagram and stuff liking it as well. And
I'm glad I really liked it. That makes me happy because I really wanted to read it. Like I read the synopsis and I was like, this sounds kind of cool. Like,
yeah, I feel like we had it on our list of options even before like Book of the Month mentioned it.
Right.
You had it on for a while, I thought, but it was good.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised. What have we read this year?
We read A History of Wild Places. That was definitely like top tier for me as well. I'd say that this one's definitely up there. What else did we read?
What did we read? Oh, A History of Wild Places, The Hollow Places, Extasia,
which I did not like.
And Manhunt and The Resting Place.
Yeah, I would definitely say A History of Wild Places and this one are my top favorites
I agree.
For the group this year, for sure.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, though, just like home, blowing them out of the water.
Really?
I don't want to hype it up too much, but this is like if you liked Sundial for the writing.
Okay.
Like it's gonna be a favorite of the year for me, unless something drastic happens.
Because we loved The Echo Wife. Like I thought that was so great. And I'm so excited to read another book from this author. So
this one,
like Just Like Home was one of those books like on my list for like most anticipated releases.
Yeah, it is like my kind of book. Okay, so like I've been comparing it to We Have Always Lived in the Castle and Sundial.
Interesting.
So like it's my kind of book. That's why I don't want to hype it up too much because I'm usually in the minority. I love The Resting Place too, Kim. I really did like that one.
I did like it too, but I don't feel like it's going to be a book that I'm going to like remember or want to reread at some point. Like it just, it was pretty average, I think.
Yeah, and I'm very much a vibes reader, I'm finding. Mm-hmm. I want the weird stuff. I want the descriptive type of writing. Like I want to like be there in it. I want to smell the woods or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I just like, and just like home, like I know what the door handle feels like. I know, like it's just, oh, it's so good. I know, I hope I don't hype it too much. But
Order it right now. Like, can I just read it today?
it's my
I'm
kind
like
of book.
really in the mood to pick up something very like atmospheric, something I can really sink into because I'm not gonna have a lot of chaos going on today. It's just gonna be me and Robin today. So it'll be nice to have something I can like stay up late and read because I don't work tomorrow. Like have nothing
I
going.
would like, it's one of those books where like I would sit and like binge it like if I had the time, but also like I stop myself from reading a lot at a time because I don't want it to be over. It hasn't happened in a long time.
Oh man.
I'm so scared everyone's gonna hate me when they decide to read it and it sucks.
Oh no.
I love it though. I love it.
I don't think so. I feel like a lot of people are pretty hyped about it. I've seen it on a lot of videos for anticipated releases. I'm glad we're reading it. I'm so glad.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really
And because the Echo Wife was so fun. Like it was so good.
It was really good. It was like really entertaining, and I was not expecting it to like be that good. So
just like Home is more like gothic-y, creepy than the Echo Wife, because the Echo Wife is more like sci-fi kind of. I don't know. Well, I guess cloning does happen, but
yeah, it's like
it's just like more real world, like, sciencey, yeah,
futuristic kind of. So yeah.
But I'm also looking forward to what is it, Mary? By Nat.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I have an arc of that one, so I'll probably end up reading the arc for sure for it. I need to get back to reading my arcs. I was like halfway through this one, and it just feels like it's taking so long for me to read it.
Mommy,
what's up, girlfriend? Look at what?
It's so much fun.
What?
It's watching.
Look. She points like this. Like, look. Her points like this. She points like this. So cute. What's on the couch? You got chocolate on the couch. Okay, I might have to investigate this. What did you tell me about? What is it?
I've seen a lot of people hauling Mary, but not reading it. So I don't know how it's going.
Her Paw Patrol figure it fell behind the couch. I don't know why she said chocolate, but it is a chocolate lab. It's Zuma. Zuma fell behind the couch. Yeah,
we are familiar with Zuma.
Yes. She carries her Paw Patrol figures around everywhere right now. So
yeah.
The extra arm on the cover of Mary, no.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a weird book. It's really long too.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Or at least it looks long. Like it looks thick.
No, I think it is. I think it's like it's 411.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, over 400 pages.
It blends Midsummer with elements of American Psycho and a pinch of I'll Be Gone in the Dark. Sounds fantastic. Immediately, yes.
Okay, what?
That sounds really interesting. Midsummer, yes. American Psycho, yes. I'll Be Gone in the Dark, yes. So, yes.
I wonder what, because it's in paperback right away, right? Is it like going to go out of print?
Is it what?
It went to paperback right away. Is it like going to go out of print?
I don't know. Well, don't say that because then we'll have the
Well, I don't know. And Nat Cassidy is a man. I did not know that.
Oh, I
Wait a
did
minute.
not know that either.
Wait a minute. He's
It's
a
probably like one of those like
established.
Sager type deals where he like his name like it.
Because his main character is a woman.
Yeah,
Like, I
so
would
his
think a woman's
Nat
writing
Cassidy
it.
sounds like it would be a woman author.
Natalie.
And so
That's what I assumed. Yeah. He's an
Like-
established actor. Usually plays monsters and villains on shows such as Blue Bloods, Bull, Quantico, FBI, Law and Order, SVU.
Hmm. Well, I'm excited.
I am too.
That sounds really cool. It says like right here I saw a little blurb that said something about it being like a snarky, like perimenopausal version of Carrie. A snarky and gory perimenopausal homage to Carrie.
He's got Kathy Koja blurbing it, and Brian Keene, Clay McLeod Chapman.
Getting some good reviews. On Goodreads, at least. It seems like 4 stars. It's mostly 4-star ratings. 4.03. I'm excited. Yeah.
Not a lot of ratings though.
178. Yeah. I'm surprised though, because I have seen a lot of people wanting to read this one.
That's what I was saying. I've seen so many people haul it, but not read it. He wrote a novelization of a podcast. Interesting. Yeah. The more you know. I just assumed it was like Natalie, but I don't care.
So there we go now. Okay. I'm not going to read anything about Just Like Home. Like, I'm going in that one, like, completely blind. I just,
so you don't know, like, the basic synopsis?
No, I saw the cover. I saw it was written by Sarah Gailey, and then I was like, I have to have it. Like,
Cool.
I didn't even need to read the synopsis at all, so I have no idea what I'm getting myself into.
You should keep it that way. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah. That's why, like, I didn't, like, bring it up in the group too much because I didn't read the synopsis, so I didn't know if it sounded strange enough or not. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm glad it got thrown in there because, yes, I was gonna read it regardless. So,
yeah,
that and Mariotta's gonna read, so that'll be fun.
I have seen people like loving it until like the end, and then being like, "No, I don't like it." But
what?
Yeah,
I guess we'll see.
It's people that I don't agree with a lot, though. So
Yeah.
I think I'll love it. If not, I'm gonna cry.
As long as it's an experience, I don't care.
Yeah. It's been an experience so far. So.
That's good. So excited. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, so that's August, Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey, and September, Married by Nat Cassidy.
Spooky time. So excited. I just think of August. August automatically, like I know it's a summer month, but I just think spooky.
It is. It's
August, like
it's
just
spooky
looking at
time.
the word August sounds like fall. If that makes sense.
Well, like that's the month that I start decorating for Halloween. So
Oh, I absolutely will be starting. Especially with Robin being so hyped about it. Like, we literally just watched like a bunch of Halloween cartoons last night because that's all she wanted to watch. She just wanted to watch spooky stuff. So she kept going, ooh, spooky stuff, spooky
Do you
stuff.
guys have Disney Plus?
We do.
There's the Mickey Mouse's like Halloween. The Mickey Mouse like Spooky Spectacular or something.
Oh, okay.
We
Okay,
love
we
that
have
one.
watched that. She
Mhm.
loves the Tale of Two Witches. She keeps wanting to watch that one over and over with Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, we do. We also like to listen to "This Is Halloween" by Marilyn Manson in the car.
Ooh, fun. Robin would probably really like that. She hasn't listened to any Halloween songs. So maybe I'll start introducing some of that because
Do you like the fun,
really
like Monster
fun.
Mash and stuff, like the fun ones like that? Yeah.
I would love it.
Oh yeah.
She'd love it. She keeps saying, I love Halloween. And I'm like, okay, so do I.
Gosh,
This is
I
great.
love her.
I love it.
Oh,
It's like,
can't wait.
Halloween.
But yeah, no decorations out yet. But
Yeah, I don't have mine out yet, but usually August is when it happens. I was thinking about going probably today or tomorrow and like checking out some Halloween, like some stores to see if they have Halloween stuff out yet, because July is usually the time when I start shopping for that stuff.
yeah, I went to Michael's, the craft store. I don't know if you have Michael's out there.
Yeah, I do.
Because they're supposed to have an Edgar Allan Poe bust.
Uh-huh.
And like, but they didn't have anything out yet. I was like, what? Like, it's almost August. What are we waiting for? They had like some floral.
Like mine had that stuff. I want to say it was last year in July, but maybe it was the beginning of August. I don't know.
I brought a couple hand towels, but that's just because I wanted Halloween stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? I was looking on their website. I was trying to like see if maybe I could order some stuff.
Yeah.
But I really like that cool, like, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's like a Bath and Body Works like soap holder, and it's a hand. It looks
Yes.
really, like that white. Yeah, I want that so bad. So just I need
Well,
this.
I'm getting like so many things on my For You page on TikTok that are like people like, check out what Bath and Body Works has this year, or whoever, whatever store it is. I'm like, oh,
I feel like that stuff sells out so fast too.
it does, because we're all of us.
You never get it in time. I bought a lot of stuff last year, a lot of Halloween decorations last year. So I'll have quite a bit to put up already.
Yeah, it's easy. Like, my excuse for a lot of it is that Gunner's birthday is in October, and we always do Halloween. We've always done like Halloween themed birthday. So like I go and buy like the cute little kid Halloween stuff on top of like everything else.
Yeah. I love that. Robin wanted I let her just like look at like Target's website for like different party decorations, and she really liked these plates that had mermaids on them, and she was like, oh, mermaids. And I was like, okay, so we'll do like this under the sea like mermaid theme, because we're gonna take her to the aquarium that Monday on her actual birthday. So it kind of fits like this whole theme. And then like I start ordering stuff, and then I was showing her some other stuff like, hey, do you like this? This would be cool. And she was like, I don't want mermaid birthday. I want dinosaur birthday. And I was like, what? I was like, you had dinosaur birthday last year. Girl. She's going to love it either way. But I'm like, I would literally do another dinosaur birthday party if that's what you wanted. But I already ordered all this stuff. So we're doing something else. We took her to the safari park, which is like it's like the zoo. Last weekend, and she was having a blast. So the aquarium's definitely next, because she really likes seeing like the fish in the glass and things like that. So
well, they'll probably have like touch tanks and stuff too.
Yeah, she would love it so much. I know she's gonna love it. She's gonna love it. She loves animals right now, so she's always wanting to go and see animals all the time.
Me too.
Yeah. Is it really fragile? Which sucks because it's like expensive too. I really want
but
that.
think about it, like if you put it, if you're not like me and leave Halloween stuff out all the time, you just have it out for like a few months. But
Yeah.
I read What Moves the Dead. I really liked it.
I haven't read it yet. I still have the arc of it, and I haven't read it.
I read the arc, and it's really good. Like it feels like you're reading like a gothic classic, like Edgar Allan Poe type story.
I do have like, in a collection on my shelf. I do have that story, so I'll probably go. What story? It's
The Fall of the House of
Usher. The Fall of the House of Usher.
If you like, I'm sure your library or even like Scribd, they have like the audiobook. It took me like 20 minutes to listen to the audiobook.
Oh, okay.
Like, as a refresher, and then like the book, the What Moves the Dead, really feels like the Fall of the House of Usher. But also read the author's note at the end, because you should if you. I can't compare it to another book because it'll spoil it, but you should read the author's note. But it is a beautiful book physically. It's very good. And yeah, I think Kim's right. I think the Literally Dead Book Club is reading it in August.
Ooh.
It's good. And you don't have to read, I don't think you have to read The Fall of the House of Usher to understand What Moves the Dead. So like if you don't want to know what happens in the original, or like if you don't want to know what's going on prior to reading the retelling, then you don't need to. And yes, we do listen to Marilyn Manson again.
Ooh.
It's a really short one too. If you don't know, it's like 100, like 120 pages, I think. Like it's not that long.
Easy read for sure.
What do you got?
Mandarin oranges.
Oh, yum.
It's like her favorite thing to eat. Well, aside from blueberries, but blueberries don't agree with her if she eats too many. So you say hi. You got some wild hair, child.
Well, I should probably go help out with the little one.
Yeah.
My husband got like 0 sleep last night at work, I guess. So.
That sucks. I was luckily able to sleep in this morning, so I'm feeling pretty good. I might be able to get some stuff done, and hopefully my pup starts feeling better. We'll go check on her. Yeah, that's about it. I just hang out. You want to say bye? Bye. See you later. I haven't read any of those, so I would not have advice for you.
Okay, like my pick is The Dark Half, because that's like one of my top 5 favorites.
Ooh.
And when you read Gerald's Game, I think you should have Dolores Claiborne like next, ready to go, right after that one. But
okay.
The Dark Half is my book.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks guys for joining us on the live show for the change. I feel like we talked about quite a bit of it. Like I always feel like, did we miss anything? And I'm probably going to think of stuff later on today that I should have talked about, but I mean, that's just that's when you.
I feel like sometimes some books are just easier to discuss than others, and it doesn't even have to be like a highbrow book or like it just, I don't know. Some are just easier than others.
I totally know what you mean. All right, so I'll let you guys know when the next reading sprints or something will be. But in the meantime, check out next month's book, which is Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey. It should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to read another book by that author. And what are you doing with your tongue? weirdo.
She's a picture there.
Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.